Hi everyone. So we are living in very interesting times if you're in the tech sector. 2022 and 2023 have been really crazy. If you follow the industry like I do, we have seen some really big events coming in, like ChatGPT coming in and shaking up the whole industry, to thousands and thousands of people losing their jobs. I mean, you've seen this across the board, right? If you follow LinkedIn and you're seeing all the posts which are happening, so many good qualified people uh, have lost their job. And unfortunately, if you're thinking this is going to bounce back, the industry is going to bounce back, but a lot of those jobs will not come back. If you're thinking that everything is going to go back to the way it was, like 2019 or 2020, unfortunately, that is not going to happen. If you're waiting for that to happen, I can assure you right now that is a huge mistake. A lot of those jobs which have been removed are going to get replaced by AI jobs. Okay, companies have seen this and they are investing like real amount of efforts to seeing what they can automate. So a lot of the jobs which have been lost, they might not come back. Okay, you need to realize this because AI is evolving and evolving very fast. So that's why, guys, I wanted to talk about something today which is called a continuity plan for your career. If you're in risk or cybersecurity, you know about business continuity planning, right? We talk to the companies and the departments. They should have something, a plan which will make sure that the work keeps going even if something big happens, right? Some disruption happens. So the same thing you can apply to the career also. Do you have a plan for what happens if you get laid off or if there's a big disruption over the career to your career? So in this video, I want to go about why you need a cybersecurity career plan for your career, right? I mean, I want to go about talking about this, like why you need what is a cybersecurity career plan and why you need it. Okay, ideally you should never have to use it, but believe me when I say it will pay off very well if you do. I'm not talking about the obvious things like updating your CV or having 6 months emergency fund. Everybody knows that, right? I'm talking about a proper plan. You've written it out. What are the things you have to do so that you are ready? That in case the worst thing happens, you are ready and you know what you have to do, who you have to contact. Okay, guys, this is what I want to focus on. So before we go ahead, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you keep updated with the latest videos I came out on cybersecurity, cloud security, and AI. So first of all, let's talk about why you need a career continuity plan if you're in cybersecurity or tech. Okay, you might be saying I'm just being dramatic and like I'm just trying to make this for the clickbait and for the videos, but no, unfortunately, guys, this is not what I'm talking about. The reason world, first reason, like why you need a career continuity plan. The world is changing. What do I mean by that? I mean the global economy is going through a huge earthquake and the job industry is reflecting that, right? Cybersecurity jobs are in demand. You might say no, the cybersecurity industry is booming. It's still, yes, it's booming, but you have huge amount of skilled professionals being laid off. They are flooding the market due to the layoffs, right? Plus there's the risk of AI taking up some of these jobs, right? The competition is going to be massive. So you need to have a plan in place that needs lets you adapt to these changes by keeping your skills and expertise current, right? You need to know the risks which are happening in the industry, and you can respond properly by having a well defined plan in place. Okay, and AI is like I'm not underestimating. People say that overlapping AI is changing the industry very much. Companies have seen the potential which is there with chat gpt and the other tools. So I can assure you a lot of automation is going to happen in the future. Experts are looking at it and they're seeing, and cybersecurity is no different. Some jobs will get automated, and this along with the layoffs, there's going to be huge competition in the industry. Okay, the second reason you need a career continuity plan is posting on LinkedIn is not enough. What do I mean by that? Well, let's be honest. God forbid you lose your job, it is one of the most painful and stressful things that can happen, right? It directly impacts your finances, your mental well-being also, right? I mean, it impacts yourself, your family. If you're an immigrant like in the UK or the US or Dubai or UAE, whatever, it directly impacts your ability to stay there also, right? You might have to go back to your home country, which can be very stressful upon your family and everything. So that's why you need a plan. Most people, what they do is they just put like open to work on their LinkedIn and they start they create a LinkedIn post. Oh, I need a job, please help me out. Guys, that's not going to work, right? Why is that not going to work? I'm not saying don't do that, by the way. You should do that. Definitely let your network know that you need a job because that might lead you. But that's not enough. Why? Because because if you do that, there will be thousands and thousands of other people doing the same thing, right? And your post will get vanished in the like millions of other people who are doing the same thing. So you need to go one step further. That's why you need to create a continuity plan. Okay, and what are the other benefits? One of the best reasons you can do this, because you can turn this into a career plan. What do I mean by that? So in addition to telling you and having a plan what you need to do in case of getting laid off, a career plan has the added benefit of highlighting any potential gaps, right? Once you start creating one, you might realize you don't know much, you don't know that many people outside your 9 to 5 job. So if your 9 to 5 job goes, you don't have anybody to reach out to apart from your employers only, okay? Or maybe your certifications are completely behind, or maybe your skill set is completely behind the industry, right? So what will happen is you can actually create a plan. Okay, I need to do this to stay relevant within the industry, right? So in case you lose your job, you will be at a much better position because you knew what you had to do and you were ready to create it. So okay, so that's the reason, guys, some of the reasons why you need a plan. Okay, so now I hope you realize the value that having a plan well. Now, how to create a career continuity plan? Okay, let's go to the next part. I hope by now you realize why you need a career continuity plan and the benefits of it. So how to go about creating it? Well, I would recommend the first step is to do a gap assessment on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is the best place to go. Most people, they make the mistake when they say, when they talk about keeping the skills relevant, they just like think about doing the next certification or doing a course and that's it. No, do it in a proper way. You should do a gap assessment, which is, I want you to do this. Go on LinkedIn, search for the jobs which are pertaining to your industry, search senior jobs, okay? Find the highest paying jobs in the category and see the job requirements and map them against your skill set. What do you have and what are you missing? If you're missing, what can you do to get these skills, right? This honest assessment, it'll give you a clear picture of where you stand and what you need to do to reach there. So instead of jumping on the hottest new certification, the hottest new tech trend, the hottest new course, LinkedIn will give you a much better idea of finding out what skills are in demand the most, okay? And you will know, okay, these are the things I have to do. So please focus on that, okay? And then start creating a plan. You can use anything. You can use Google Drive. You can use Notion. It doesn't matter the format, but just make sure it's accessible to you anywhere. So if you're traveling, whether you're not at home or somewhere, you can access that plan anywhere, okay? The next step is to set timelines. Now, no amount of planning will help you if you do not hold yourself accountable. Most people, they make plan and then that's it. They don't do anything about their plan. Set down a 60-day, 90-day, 6 months goal. Using, you can use like the smart methodology and use any tool, like whatever you use for even your Google Calendar, whatever. Talk to somebody, talk to your wife or your husband, talk to your friends who will keep you accountable and they will make sure that you're following this, okay? Because no amount of planning will help you if you do not hold yourself accountable, okay? Most people, they're very good at planning, like writing down the plans, but they do not follow it. They do not know where do you stand right now with regards to your plan, whether you're actually doing it or not. So please, guys, it's very, very important to hold yourself accountable, otherwise this will fail. The next step is build a strong network. Now, what do I talk about that? Now, ask yourself an honest question. How many people in your LinkedIn network will you be able to reach out to in case you lose your job? Okay. I mean, do you know people who can help you out immediately if you lose your job? You can reach out to. I'm not talking about the 10,000 people you do not know on LinkedIn. They are mostly like people who do not know you, right? Do you attend conferences, workshops, forums? You need to find out which people in your network are key influencers. Reach out to them to cultivate professional relationships. Like reach out to them directly, message them. What's the worst thing that will happen? They will ignore you, right? Or it might turn out they turned out to be actually helping you out and they can mentor you. So please write down which are the people within your network you really feel can help you out, okay? And reach out to them. Don't be shy. And these are the people, they can actually help you out. So instead of creating like a massive email on LinkedIn or a post which nobody will read and all they read and forget about it in the next 5 minutes, you can actually reach out to these people, talk to them in case you lose your job, and make sure you keep like a track of who they are. You can keep in touch with them, okay, guys? Apart from that, you can go to conferences, seminars, all those sort of things. And one very, very important thing which I've talked about like a million times before, many times on my channel, guys, you need to create your own brand. Now the CV is no longer that important nowadays. You need to have a brand outside your job, okay? And like, do not let your 9 to 5 job define you. You need to create your own brand which will help you out, which will be outside your job, which can stay with you no matter where you go. Even if you lose your job, your brand will still be with you. You can do anything. You can write on Medium like I do. You can you create a LinkedIn newsletter. I've created a video on that. You can create a YouTube channel. You can do e-learning courses like Udemy, Skillshare. I mean, honestly, there is no excuse in 2023 not to build a brand by yourself. This will attract recruiters and give you like the extra bump on your CV. You might even start earning money if your primary source of income goes away. You can check it out. I've created a complete ebook on this. You can check it out. it'll be there in the video description if you want to check that out. Okay. And the last, very important, please review and update your plan. Don't just if you've audited a business continuity plan, you know what they say now, that you haven't tested out, you haven't tested it, you haven't updated it. Regularly review a plan after every 6 months. Review the contacts, your skill set, because cybersecurity keeps changing, contacts keep changing. You might know more people, but if you have this plan in place, I can assure you, it won't be so stressful for you if the worst thing happens to you. Okay. Treat it like a living document and give it the importance it deserves. I hope you never ever have to use this, but believe me when I say, you will be so grateful if you, in the case you do need to use it, because you have a proper plan in place. So I hope that was useful to you guys. Please do like and subscribe to this channel and share this video if it was useful to you. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree or agree with this. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next